right, Gabe. Gabe?
Here you go. You want to hit the clay after this crazy or what?
Nah. Gabe. So
I
check.
started about the polo because I'm gonna be in the polo like. I'm gonna win with it, dude. I'm gonna be in the win with it. Just.
What year did you start, Czar?
I started Czar like officially 20. The idea came to fruition in 2016, so that's the time that I call it we started. But I didn't produce a T-shirt until 2018.
And how old are you, like, when you're doing that? Are you in high school? Or are you in college?
No, college, yeah. I didn't really think I was gonna do anything like clothing-wise until probably college. I wanted to actually change my major my junior year to fashion, but I couldn't because I would have to stay another year. And I was like, I'm not gonna stay another year,
So were you just like focusing on school, and then it was like this fashion idea came around? Like, did you do any other activities? What was that?
Yeah, no. So I played football in college. Again, like I really thought like sports was gonna be it for me. I had this dream of like making it to the NFL and doing all that stuff. But when I got to school, I like quickly realized like how unrealistic that dream was, and I kind of had to tap into other things that I've always like pushed down because I thought sports was gonna be it for me. So like that included like music. I don't even know like anything else, and like mainly like fashion and like being like really like in tune with like how I dress, how I present myself, and my clothing.
So would you consider yourself a creative?
Yeah, so I would definitely consider myself a creative because everything I do just like has a creative spin on it. If you want to say that, I just genuinely like. I pull inspiration from so many different things, and like the way I see life is not like someone who's not a creative. You know what I mean? Like any single little thing, like the way like this like structure is like positioned. Like I'll like pull inspiration from that and like try to like make something cool out of it, or like it'll like process my brain like differently. You know?
Before Czar, did you consider yourself creative? And was Czar the changing point of that, or the turning point of being a creative?
Before Czar, I did not consider myself a creative. I just really thought sports was going to be it. I thought football was my way out. I thought football was my way to impact the world, and the powers that be didn't have that. Like that wasn't in my plan. And once I like really like settled down and started to really do Czar full time and like really like try to like do this real, my whole mindset, my whole vibe, my whole like who I am as an individual changed. Yeah.
Now, why Czar?
Why Czar? Because this is my outlet. This is my way of expressing my lifelong urge, my lifelong need to create. It's just always been something that I've just tried to push down, but like the more you try to push something down, the more difficult it gets, and eventually it just boom, you know?
Why Czar on a more simple level?
Why Czar on a more simple level?
Why did you name it Czar? How did that come about?
So I named the brand Czar. It's like funny because this like story like isn't really anything crazy. I grew up religious. I am religious. So I wanted to do something to like try to like give like glory to God, or like try to give like some sort of glory. And so the original brand name was going to be King, but I just like didn't think like that stuck. It wasn't cool. It wasn't anything cool. So I literally Googled synonyms for Czar. I mean, synonyms for King, And Czar popped up, and I was like, that's cool, that's dope, and boom, that's where it all started.
Love that.
That easy.
Now, doing it for since 2016, 26 years.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
That is really crazy. Congrats on that.
Yeah.
What is the most memorable moment of Czar so far for you in the journey?
Yeah. The most memorable moment, I would probably have to say like my first like pop-up shop. It was in Philadelphia, and just the amount of support that I got, the amount of support that I received that day, and the amount of money that we made was like crazy, because I had gone there with a whole bunch of product, because it was my first ever pop-up shop, so I didn't know what to expect. And we sold like $2,200 worth of stuff that day, like some like crazy number like that. And like, it just felt so crazy to me, because as I'm taking clothes out of the boxes to like hang them up, I have people like hitting me up like, yo, that's so cool, what is that? So like that felt pretty good. But I mean, yeah, the like small wins for me is just like seeing the people who I'm closest with like wear my stuff. Yeah.
When would you consider Czar to be successful?
Yeah. So the word success like is really difficult, because of the fact that like if I was to see where I am now 6 years ago, I'd be like, dude, we like made it. Because like I have like random people wearing my stuff, like I've seen random people wearing it. Like everything that I've put out, I think is cool, and so do other people. So like that's like a point of like us like making it. But I'll consider the brand successful when I'm able, honestly, to not have to worry about money anymore, and to be able to fully just dive in and like have this be my full-time gig, and like and not have to worry about any other outside factors. I could just create day in and day out. So like that'll be the moment where I say we've done it, we've made it. Like Czar is successful.
All right. So what is next for Czar to get to the point that you are making the money from Czar? You're not worried about the money. How do you get there?
Yeah, it's this. That's a tough question. What's next, and like how do we get to the point of us not like worrying about money anymore? It's tough because it takes so many factors. But on a practical level, it's like dropping more. It's like giving my people more stuff to work with. It's diversifying what I drop, like not just doing t-shirts, because like I mean, how many t-shirts can one person buy? But like the next thing like on our menu, what we have is I have a fashion show August 6th that I'm designing 10 like custom looks for. After that, we just dropped some tees on Saturday. After that, we're going to I will be dropping like my first like featured collection. I'll drop the name here because this is a special place. It's going to be called Czar and Friends. Just like pulling inspiration from all the people who've inspired me thus far, who've helped me get to where I am right now, because like I'm light years ahead of where I thought I would be. But it's just like being more consistent and just wearing the brand on my sleeve, because I feel like I haven't done that enough. And once you do that, it's not more so about a t-shirt anymore. It's about how the brand makes you feel, and who you're buying from, and if your values like align with that person, and yeah.
And what would you call your style?
My style, that's tough. My style, I would say street skate, but I kind of bounce around a little bit. Like I wear like Birkenstocks and stuff like that. But I would kind of like generally put it in like streetwear, urban skate.
Now, I don't really see too many skaters wearing bandanas on their neck, rings on their fingers like that, different colored nails, white socks with Doc Martens. So where is that coming from? And the glasses too, the Austin Powers glasses.
Yeah, it's just like I just really pull inspiration from like all over the place, and I like mix and match, and I'll do whatever I want because you know that's what makes it fun. I mean that's the reason why I'm doing this because like you could wear like linen pants and Converse and everything's gonna be all right. Yeah. Show them the fit. Show them the fit. Yeah, this is a fit and a half right here. You see this? See this?
Got the Converse from 10 years ago. Rips in them and all.
Czar on the chest.
Czar.
Yo. Czar on the arm. That's it. Wow. It's a lot.
There you go. 10 minutes.
Bang.
There you go.
Bang, bang.